Hello Libra, I am Ulrich and today we will do the philosophical, spiritual card reading for the sign of Libra for the month of January. As always, we will do 4 card readings for the sign of Libra, and these are based on the natural elements in your astrological chart, or for some of you, on your time of birth. These basic elements are air, earth, water, and fire. Now, the 4 objects that you always see on my table are directly connected to those elements. So you choose or you pick one that you think relates most to your personality, or you choose one you feel most comfortable with. This object of your choice, it should or it will relate the best to your current situation. However, if the object and the related video does not match your first choice, please check the other videos that are immediately connected in the same session. I'm sure one of the 4 will fit you. Anyway, the matches represent the fire element, the stone represents the earth element, the aerosol sprayer represents the air element, and the shell represents the water element. So Libra, here we go for your philosophical spiritual card reading for the month of January. Also, I want to add, if you have questions, you can always post them in the comments below. And of course, as soon as I have time, I will answer them. So Libra, here we go. Hello Libra, and welcome to the Shell or the Water group for your spiritual, philosophical, and also psychological card reading for the month of January. As the first card here, we see here that we need to fill the wells. It means that we are probably that we are tired, we're running out of energy. Sometimes also it's that we are overwhelmed by certain emotions. And since this is an air sign and the head is very important, the thinking is very important, it's possible also that our head or our brain is constantly working, tirelessly thinking here. This is what we are seeing here. Here we see that our ego, our personality, through the years, we develop personality, a certain persona it's called. And it's possible here with this card that our ego takes great pride here in running on a fearful treadmill without actually wanting to take a break. It always makes us think, it makes us run around here. We need to realize that soon, if we don't set us a change of course, that we will run out of energy. It's time to refuel here, take a break here with this card here. Sometimes it points that we need others for certain support, certain areas of our life that need to be supported here. This could be simple things like asking a friend over for dinner, maybe convincing a certain partner to give you a massage. Or make an appointment at the local spa or a massage center, or even for other people, it could go that they could go for a quiet walk in the forest area or in the park area with the dog. Anyway, the important thing here is that you need to let other help you for finding back your energy. Sometimes through pets we can also find our energy, as I mentioned earlier. Anyway, we cannot do it alone. It's like we're drying up of energy here, and it might be possible that some friends could help you. For some people, this could also mean the family, but it's then more if we have a close relationship with the family or a soul connection. Anyway, here our mind demands certain supports here, and we should ask for help without hesitation here. But sometimes we are, excuse me, we are too proud here for asking for help, and our personality or our ego, it resists for asking for help here because it sees this as a depreciation in our personality. Anyway, if you think others will not be willing to help you, it's actually the opposite. If you will ask for help, they will be delighted to look after you. In general, Libra has a wide social circle, is well liked by the people around them here. And here we just need to see for one thing, or pay attention to one thing, that we don't ask for help from people who are even more tired than we are. So be careful in that area. Anyway, if you could visit a therapist, a massage center, a friend, or even sometimes also for some people it could mean that they go to a concert. Sometimes the vibrations of the music, it can bring you a kind of rest also, and sometimes also a qualified counselor. Anyway, here we see that we need to let us help here, and you will not be the only one who benefits from it. Also the people around you, maybe your close family or your children and your husband or your girlfriend or boyfriend, everybody will benefit from it if you take a break. The next card that we are seeing here is that we need to celebrate ourselves here. Here we see that if we will recover our energy, these are the cards for the near future. Here we see that if we give it time to relax, to upload ourselves, to recharge ourselves here, that you will get a fire in your eyes, a light in your eyes, a fire in our belly. This is what we are seeing here. And we could really inspire other people here, because we will get a vibration, a radiation here, and our mind will be able to focus again on certain things. So here, this card tells us that we cannot be afraid of other people, also not joy. We need to share our joy with others here. This is what we are seeing here. If you have been true to yourself and you took this break here, you will see the results will be starting to show here, and you will become more in a festivity mood here, or a celebrating mood here. People will try to like to have you around you. You will be a person that people like to have around with. You will maybe get some invites here. It's like we illuminate the people around us, and we inspire also others who maybe lost their way here. It's like our posing towards other here is happy with certain accomplishments. We are happy with what we are doing here. It's possible in the beginning that our personality, it fights this change here, this happiness. But of course, if we are happy and we focus on it here, the ego or the personality will more relax here. It will trust this, start to trust this new situation that we are landed in. Anyway, when our personality or ego and the spirit, our higher spirit, are coming together here, we see that our life becomes more blessed by spirituality. If you are into religion, or by your God here, it tells us in general that we are on the right track and we need to stay on course. Then the last card that we see here is that we need to dare to be happy here. Here it's like we see that we feel again, like in the other card here, that there's vibrations of joy around us. It's like we are breaking free from maybe before we've been a long time in the same situation. And here, this could also mean that we are physically more able to go out due to certain conditions, because as we know, due to the viruses, we could not go out there. Or for some people, there could have been certain restrictions here. And here it's possible that we are physically breaking free, or we are allowed to break free, but also our personality here. It's like we're breaking free from the situation that we were in before. It's like we want to change. We want to connect with who we truly are deep inside here. This is what we are seeing here. And it's possible, even the people around you, they notice this change. And you are surprised that they notice this. And it's like they encourage you with these changes that you take in your life. It's like they tell you, you should have done this, you should have taken this path a long time ago, and why didn't you? It's good you did. This could be the remarks you're getting here with this card. Of course, our personality, again, it will be a little bit intimidated by this joy that we are experiencing, by these emotions that we are experiencing. And it's like here, like we are vibrating on a different frequency. And as we know, we already have seen since the beginning of this reading, here the frequency change, the vibration change is important here, because this is what makes you happy, but also it brings happiness to those around you here. This is what we are seeing here. Some people, of course, they will say, oh, you build up a face mask, you build up a false personality. This is not who you are. But this could be a kind of jealousy here that we are facing with certain people that are very strict, or are very in a very strict pattern. They cannot move anymore here. So it's possible here that we are seeing this from certain people. Anyway, we need to be careful that we are also surrounding us with happy company, with people who want to change, who see the change coming in the times, because the times are changing. As we know, we noticed this already. Nobody expected that we would be in these conditions 2 years ago, that life has so changed or so drastically changed in the last 2 years. Anyway, here we see that we need to be careful that we are not coming in misfortunate situations. So we need to think also who we allow close to us here. Anyway, people who are watching you, they will observe you and they will try to grasp this concept of the joy that is inside you. They will be like curious. There will be a group unable to adjust. Then there will be a group that will be observing, and here you will encounter these different types of person. But here we are set that we need to hold up our head high here and enjoy these changes, and we need to let the world know that it's possible, and that there is more in the world than suffering along lockdowns. There is a future here that is coming to us, and probably a quite bright future if we are willing to change and to adjust on the time, because this, of course, this will be necessary. Anyway, we need to be careful here that also that we need that we don't emphasize here with people who are more misfortunate here. We need to see that that we can establish a connection with them for helping them and sharing your joy. But also, if you see that they change the way you want to change the way you think, your moods here, we need to be prepared also to be alone with our joy here. And as you take distance and they see that you are not influenced, other people will be inspired by this certain vibration that is around you, and some of them will be starting to vibrate on your frequency, and you will feel like that they are coming on your level here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, in the meantime, we should enjoy the situation and the happy spirit that we are about to come. Anyway, Libra, this is all for the water group. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this philosophical, spiritual, and psychological card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this card reading don't fit you at all, please check the other 3 that are immediately connected here. I'm sure one of the 4 will fit you. You can also, if you're more down to earth type, you can also check the financial card readings that we do, and of course the classic Lenormand card readings. Anyway, Libra, I want to thank you for your time, and of course don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for doing so, and thank you for your time. Thank you, Libra, and bye-bye for now. Hello, Libra, and welcome to the Aerosol or the Air group for your philosophical, spiritual, and psychological card reading for the month of January. As the first card here, we see that it's start for a restart. We need to start over here. Maybe things are not going as you would like them to be. Maybe things are not going your way. Maybe your life is complicated for you right now. But here this card tells us, if you experience so, that it's time to start over. Whatever your current situation is here, or what has appeared in your life here, it's time here that the world that has been created for us, or that we have created for ourselves here, that we restart, we uncreate it, and we redo the situation here. First, of course, we need to accept the current situation. It's possible that this is due to circumstances, due to the worldly circumstances or environmental circumstances. It's possible that we create a certain situation ourselves here. There are several possibilities here, but here we need to accept the situation that we need to change it. We need to get out of there here, and we need to have faith also in our own inner strength here. Sometimes also it points with this card that we cannot use our energy quite properly here, not in the right way here. This is what we are seeing here. And also we need to ask ourselves, how or what is not working for me right now? What is causing these problems? How can I improve myself here with this situation. Sometimes also we see with this card that we would be ending up in a certain cycle. It's possible that if you think about it, you need to think about it, reflect on a while. And if you see that certain situations always come back in your life, but in a slightly different way, it's like a pattern is repeating here. This is what this card is about. And if you can see this and you can establish this, that certain things always come back, negative situation, it's time that we need to break free from this here, because it's not good that we always come in repeating patterns in our life. We need to try to avoid this. This card tells us here in the future here. Anyway, you need to have trust in your higher spirits here. You need to reconnect with the higher mind. This is what we are seeing here. And you need to have a faith in your true inner power here. This is what your true inner strength here. This is what we are seeing here. We need to take also certain responsibility. Even though the situation is created by others, if the situation is created by ourselves here, we need to take responsibilities here. This is what we are seeing here. With this card also, we cannot play the role of victims. We will need to take the bull by the horns for making certain adjustments in our life. And here we need to recreate our world. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, if you take this responsibility for your life and these things that are happened in your life, you will allow your mind to correct these unsatisfying conditions and circumstances. Here also we cannot start blaming ourselves, because if you do so, you will go in a negative spiral, and that is the opposite intention of this card. Here we need to see that we go in an upwards spiral here. For getting out of this situation, we must have trust in the higher powers that are around us here. Here we need to see that if we would choose the route of blaming ourselves, you will see that you sink deeper, because this is, if we have developed a certain personality, sometimes the ego likes to escape by blaming itself, and this is not the way you want to go here. Anyway, here this card is about constructive way of thinking here. Libra is a sign of the mind, so you need to develop a constructive way of thinking here with this card here. Anyway, you need to examine your current situation and ask the spirits above you here to be set free from this creation here. In general, here in our general life, normally there are some signs that we are improving on the worldly level. Slowly we move out of this situation. But also on the personal front here, we need to move away from creations that we didn't like. Anyway, this tells us also, and it's relating to the next card, that we need to ask for help here to higher spirits here. For some people, this will be their God. Some people who are religious here, they will put their faith in God. For other people, they will put their faith in spirituality. This is what we are seeing here. Here, we need to ignore the fears that are inside of us here. Our personality likes to think here that power protects us, but this is actually not so. Here we see that here with this situation, sometimes we make our own prison, as we saw in the card here before here, and it's time to liberate ourselves here. Here we need to free ourselves from certain fears that are induced in our mind here, and we need to have faith in higher spirits, as we see here. For some, it's the godly, as I said here, and we need to have faith that we are protected here. We are protected by the universe here, and mostly the best things are for us here. This card tells us that a lot of good things here for us project, for us coming in the future, but we need to have faith in it. We need to believe in these projects here with this combination. It will be not easy for your ego or your personality to believe that these changes are possible, but you need to have faith here with this card here. This is the only way to go. Anyway, you need to go also inside yourself and find some reassurance, and this reassurance you can find inside yourself. So calm your personality here, and you will see that the protection will come over you. Worrying and thinking is not really here very constructive here. Here we need to have trust in the protection that is above us here. This is what we are seeing here, and I'm sure with this card you can do it here. The last card is actually closely connected here. This card tells us that we are not afraid, or we cannot be afraid here. Sometimes we are afraid to make certain changes in our life, and maybe you are fearing these changes in your life. Even when there is no reason to be afraid, sometimes we make up certain reasons to be afraid. And here we need to ask ourselves, our deeper self, we need to think for a while, and you need to ask yourself, am I really afraid? And if what am I really afraid of? And you need to take a while, relax your mind, and listen to your mind's response here. And if you think for a while, probably you will find the answer that you're actually not afraid. It's actually just the opposite. And here, you should not be afraid here. Your mind is ready for certain challenges in your life, but you need to believe that these changes are possible, and you should not be afraid at all here. Your mind, if you have this combination of cards here, your mind is ready for the changes. This is what we are seeing here. And it's time to take the lead here. This is what we are seeing. Sometimes for Libra, it's difficult to take decisions, but here with this combination of cards, we see that we are ready here for taking the changes. Anyway, this tells us that, in fact, we need to get rid of certain circles, certain habits in our life that make you afraid here. Also, we cannot be in a haste. We need to do everything in a calm, deliberate, diplomatic, slow way, over thought pace here. This is what we are seeing here. We need to do it in the way of Libra, in a diplomatic, calm, balanced way out. This is what we are seeing here. And you will see, if you do so, you come in a new, exciting adventure here. This is what we are seeing here. Here we are also urged to trust our mind, and we need to excuse me, and we need to smile at our fears here. It will be, for some, it will be a little bit difficult here. But as you see here, there's a giant here and a smaller person here. It's like Goliath and David and Goliath here that we are seeing here. And anyway, we need to see here that there are no monsters in the corner waiting to jump on you as you think there are. Anyway, these are merely shadows of our mind here, the wall of our imagination here. They are actually weak things that we feed, and we need to try to get away from these things, and we need to stop feeding these fears here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, get rid of the habit here for being afraid or have fears here. Go with this new adventures here, and you will see here that with a small rock you can defeat a big object, or you can hit the big object, and it will just disappear here. So stop having fears here and appreciate, and in the end you will see that you are not afraid at all. So Libra, this is all for the air group. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this short philosophical card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this card reading don't fit you at all, please check the other 3 that are connected here. I'm sure one of the 4 will fit you. If you're interested in more earthly card readings like financial or work card readings or Lenormand card readings, you can find everything on my channel. Anyway, Libra, I want to thank you for your time, and I'm sure we see each other in my other videos. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for the time you spent on my channel. Thank you, and bye-bye for now, Libra. Hello, Libra, and welcome to the Stone Group for your psychological, philosophical, spiritual card reading. The first card that we see here, it tells us that it's time to laugh. We need to laugh here, start laughing again here. It's the time to be happy. Maybe you had some difficulties before in your life, and here we need to be happy again here. it's possible that you come out of a darker or a more intimidating situation or a difficult situation here. But here, this card tells us here, don't let your personality or your ego take this whole thing too serious here. Here we should take a step back here from the current situation, and we should see these things with a kind of humor. This could be sarcastic humor, this could be spiritual humor, whatever fits your personality here. It's about getting a kind of laughter here, and this laughter, it creates a certain vibration here. This is what we are seeing here, and it's a more easy way here for getting out here. Here we see that if we are a religious person, we probably will ask for some help to our God. If we are more spiritual type, we will probably find some relief and ask to some help to the spirits here. Anyway, here it will uplift your perspective if you do so, and you will see more the hilarity of the whole situation. Anyway, if we laugh, this is the voice of the mind here, and when we laugh, it's like there's a kind of singing here, the vibration change here. Here also we see Libra is not the sign to be alone. It likes to be connected. It likes to have a social circle. And it's also not time to laugh alone here. We need to have some fun here with others. Maybe also you need to work out certain problems. Maybe you need to reconnect with certain people, communicate with these people, and have a laugh with these people if, excuse me, if the situation is not too severe. Anyway, we should maybe here make mock our personality that we build up here. Mostly here it points also that we see the box here, that our personality or our ego tries to box us in. It prevents us here from advancing in our life here. And this inboxing, it requires a lot of energy. It's actually a personality that we have built up. You see the clown here. The clown is a mask that we project in the society, but actually this is not really you. And who you need to be is the child here that sits here in front of the box. You need to find your childish way again for approaching things. You need to have a joyful way approach, a light way to approach life, because the secret is actually the star is in the box here, and it's actually you here. So we need to take off the mask that we built for society if we feel safe in certain groups. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, if we see that we have a more lighter approach to things here, we will see here that the joy is actually in the box. We just need to open it here, and we will come in a better situation. The next card that we are seeing here is closely related to it here. It tells us that we need to dare to be happy here. If you smile more and if you feel more happy here, you will see that your body and your mind, it starts to vibrate in a different way here. And it's time here with this card that we break free from the ego prison, as I mentioned earlier here. And we need to find ourselves back, our true nature here. This is what we are seeing here with this card. It's possible that you are a little bit shy, maybe is the word I need to use, to be openly happy, but that's actually exactly what you should do here. Here, this card, it encourages your joy here. This is what we are seeing here. But sometimes our ego or our personality, it's intimidated by changes or by emotions. And it might be that the personality that you develop, it don't vibrate on that vibration. And you might want to stay in your more unhappy situation. But these two cards here tell us that it's time to move out. You need to get out of the grip here of the old personality that you built up, the old ego that you have built up here. We need to move away from this here, from this temporary thing that we build up for ourselves. We need to cut it loose here. And this is what we are seeing here. We need to have more enjoyment in our life. It's possible that it's not only the personality that we have built up that is the problem, but it's possible also that there are some people around us that try to steal our joy, or that try to stop these changes that are going on inside of you. But maybe they are not yet ready for the changes, but there's a lot of changes in our life to come. In the near future, in everybody's life, the world is changing. We are aware of this, or many are aware of this. The world will never come back as we known it before. There will come some radical changes here. Some people will be shocked because I'm saying this here now, but some things will not come back. Some things will drastically change in our life for all people. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, here we see that you are ready to vibrate on this new vibration here. And it's possible that these people are unable to change. But here we see the bridge, and you are able here, but that's the next card, to reach the hand to others. But here we need to first, of course, change ourselves. This is what we are seeing here with this card. Excuse me. It's possible here that these people try to have a negative influence on you, and they try to sabotage the changes that you are undergoing and that you are ready to take here. So you could feel a certain resistance from them. And this is not the way to go. You can share your new vibration with them, but if you feel that the influence is too heavy from them, we need to withdraw in ourselves, and we need to be willing to be alone with our happiness, with these new changes that are coming in our life. It will bring certain trials, of course, if you want to change. And here this card tells us also that we need to hold our head up high and feel this joy here. This is what we are seeing here. There is more of life. We come probably out of a difficult situation before, and it's time here that we get out of this negative things that are surrounding here. So don't empathize with people who are less fortunate than you. It doesn't mean that you cannot help them and you cannot reach out, but also we need to be careful here that we don't get in their spiral of negativity. This is what this card here, we need to cross the bridge, and we need to reach out the hand here for taking other people with us. And this brings some form of being alone sometimes. And then others will see that you already crossed the bridge and you give your hand, and they will be able here, they will prepare themselves also for cross. Of course, some people are not able to adjust to certain times, to certain new vibrations here, and they will stay as you are. But here you see yourself that you're reaching out your hand for the different vibration, and for finding finally the happiness that you are deserve here, and come in alignment with yourself. Anyway, the last card that we are seeing here is the card of reaching out here. Here we are told, or we are asked to give certain services to people around us. What does this mean? Well, of course, it doesn't mean that you need to play 911 or that you need to rescue people around us. This is not the idea here of this card, but it's the idea that we give others a certain strength here. Maybe also with this card, you feel a little bit shy or scared for helping others. Maybe they didn't perceive you at this way before, and you might be a little bit scared to do so. And you might think, oh, they're gonna see me like weak, but actually it's not. You're gonna get the opposite effect with this one. But here we are asked to look around us and to notice in which area our mind is calling to help others here. And if you look around, you will see that probably some people in your surroundings, they need a helping hand. It could be after a quarrel that you need to help. Libra is a very good sign for balancing things, for getting things straight again. It's the sign of building bridges, getting harmony back, bringing diplomacy back here. So here, you actually are in a good position here for helping others. If there was a quarrel, you can help to calm these people down and maybe bring them back in their path. You need to give them a form of comfort here. This is what we are seeing here, and bringing them back in a positive vibration or a positive mood here. So this card asks you to open your eyes here, and maybe even your heart, and pay attention to those occasions, because you will see them. There will pop up certain occasions in your life here for that require your services, as we say here. So don't let your ego distract you or your personality distract you, or your fears from this service or this compassion towards others. But as I said here, you do not need to rescue them, you just need to lend them a hand here. So do what you can here to help those around you, to strengthen their minds here. Do this without, the best thing also with this card is, as I said, here the card is diplomacy, tactful, take distance. Do this without any judgment, criticism, just take your distance. And the only thing required here from you is that you give certain services. You are not here asked to judge, just take some distance here with this card. Anyway, this card tells us just to lend a hand here. Anyway, this is all for the Stone Group. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this philosophical spiritual card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this card reading don't fit your role, please check the other three that are connected here. I'm sure one of the four will fit you. If you're more into earthly card readings for work, for business, you can find those on my channel. If you are in the classic Lenormand card readings, you can find those also. Anyway, Libra, I want to thank you for your time. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for your time and see you next time. Thank you, Libra, and bye-bye for now. Hello, Libra, and welcome to the matches or the fire group for your philosophical, spiritual, and psychological card reading. As the first card here, this is the card that it's time for us to take a break here. Maybe we feel a little bit under the weather. We could have less energy. It's possible that our body is tired. Sometimes for some people also, it could mean that they are overwhelmed by certain emotions. The sign of Libra in general is a sign of the head. It thinks a lot here, and sometimes it points that our mind is working tirelessly here, and we cannot stop our mind from thinking this is possible also. Anyway, we have built up a certain personality through the years since we were a child. We have developed who we are in society. And here our ego, our personality that we built here, it's possibly that it has a certain pride to let us in running around in a certain treadmill. Sometimes Libra goes in circles because they cannot make certain decisions. Anyway, here we need to, nonetheless, here we need to be aware that we are about to run out of fuel here. Here it's time, this card tells us to take a break and refuel yourself here. Sometimes it points that we need a while for be taken care of here. Sometimes also we need to ask for others to help. Mostly Libra has a wide social circle. If not so, and if you think that these people are not on the same level as you, or they vibrate on the same vibration, they don't have like-mindedness of you, here we need to find a certain group here of support. This is not necessarily your family, but you need to find like-minded people here. This could be a friend that is close to you, that you invite for dinner. It could be a partner also that we are asking here. It could be our children that we ask for a help here. This is what we are seeing here, but we could also make an appointment at a local spa, in the massage here. We go for a walk with the dog, where we are alone, where our mind can relax. Pets can also be a great help sometimes in relaxation. Anyway, the important thing here is to help others to regain your balance here. Here this card tells us it might be a little bit difficult to do this alone, because you're about to dry out here, that you run out of energy here, and we need to find literally our soul family, our soul friends here to get well. Anyway, here it tells us that our higher mind, it demands a certain support here. Also, sometimes this card makes us hesitant. And this card tells us that's the last thing here you should do. You should not be hesitant here. You should ask for help here, and you will see, if you ask the right people where your vibration is right with, they will be actually delighted to help you, to look after you here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we need to just be careful here with this card that we don't ask to people who are also themselves in a very difficult situation, because this is not, of course, the right thing to do. Anyway, there are a lot of possibilities here available. As I said, a massage therapist, there could be a friend. Also, sometimes music is a good way to relax our mind and to filling our wells here. You could go to a concert. Some music is certain vibrations, and it could relax you, especially the music that you know up front here, that relaxes you and that balances you out. For some people, they could have a a conversation with a counselor. It all depends on your person and how far and where exactly that you are alike. Anyway, the intention here of this card here, that we start to shine again here. And if you go into this new vibration, or in this other frequency, you will see that also you're not alone, the only one that benefits from it, but also the people around you will benefit from it here. We need to create a bridge here towards others with resonating on a different frequency. Then we have the next card here. We need to stay away. Sometimes also we can connect, but we actually need to stay away from big crowds. What does this mean? Well, maybe there is too much communication around you that is not the kind of communication that you need. It doesn't mean that you cannot establish social contacts, but for finding our energy back, maybe some of these contacts are not the right ones. Here, sometimes maybe there are some people around us and they chatter a lot and we cannot hear our own selves thinking anymore. They could have a strong ego here. This is what we are seeing. This could be strong persons. Anyway, here we need to see also that we calm down our own ego. We need to our own personality. It's possible that others try to cover your deeper self, but also you yourself could be in the same game here. Anyway, we need to find ourselves here with this card here, and you need to come in balance here with yourself. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes people have a busy life and they work a lot, and you might tell yourself that you don't have the time for it. Or sometimes also this card tells us that that we stop caring for people, but this is not the intention here of this card here. Anyway, here we need to see that we cannot turn the whole thing into a drama. We need to relax our mind here. We need to distance ourselves from the wrong people around us, from certain crowds here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, it's possible also that you experience some vigilance around you. Some people do not trust this new state of mind here that you are coming in here. But here we need to see that we need to do what we need to do. This is what we are seeing here. We need to distance ourselves from the crowd here, from you see the sheep here, it's alone. It distances itself. We need to think for ourselves. We cannot be in the crowd thinking anymore. We are coming in the age of Aquarius. We soon come in the Aquarius time here. And here Aquarius is alone, but for the benefit of all. And of course, if you want to be beneficial for all, you need to, of course, know your own place and where you are yourself. This is what we are seeing here. The Aquarius age is for helping people in general, but we need to first establish our own place. Anyway, you don't need to ask also to the other people for their opinions. Make up your own mind. Here, this is what we are seeing here. Sometimes these ideas could be quite different than others and maybe not what you have thought before, because the idea, the vibration that most people get now are different. We are distancing ourselves, but also we need close relationship with people who have the same state of mind as you, but there's also a distance here. The thinking is different here. This is what we are seeing here. So take some time alone here to reconnect with yourself here, with your inner source. For some, this is a divine source. For other, this will be their mind. It all depends how you see it here. But here, it's like we need to distance ourselves here from the litany, from the noise outside, from the opinions outside, from literally from the viruses outside. Sometimes also this is what we are seeing here with this card here. Anyway, it points that you need to start thinking in a different way, and you are ready for it here if you find the right energy. The next card here is actually closely connected to it. It could be that you think, oh my God, how I'm going to do this? And here this card tells us it's time also to dispel the fog, to lift the fog here. And it might be you feel these changes already coming, and our personality is twisting certain truths in our life. But here we see that we need to watch in ourselves, we need to watch in our heart, and if we look in our heart, it might be that the accurate information is there deep in ourselves here. So we need to clear up certain confusion in our life here. And here also, we cannot take too much for ourselves, but we need to stay informed. We need to stay informed. We need to look around you. With this card, it's important here that we pay attention to the details here. So here we are urged to listen carefully, observe other people, learn certain details here. Also, here, this is actually a good card for Libra. We need to distance ourselves. We cannot go in it with emotions. You need to, it's like you need to be, or you are preparing for the best from everyone. This is what we are seeing here. So it's important that we observe others and we are don't get passionate or emotionally involved for the things that we want to achieve in our life here. But it doesn't mean necessarily that we need to take things for ourselves, but we need to observe the behavior of others. And here, if we observe the behavior on others, we will find our right path, and it will, maybe our mind here is cleared if we do so. And also this points that probably we need to care for some people around us here with this card. Anyway, we need to clearly express our intentions. If we want to get somewhere, it's like a plan that we make in our mind, and we resonate. It's like we write a letter from our higher vibration, and this letter is received there or from the higher spirits. What are our intentions? So we need to clearly think what our intentions are, and if our intentions from the higher spirits are received there, if these are clear, then of course the answer will be positive. But we need to think and clear our mind here. So sometimes with this card also, relaxation therapy is very good here. We need to adjust our breathing here with this card. And also we need to have a certain faith here, and the best will come to us here, and the fog that we are experiencing probably now, and certain pollutions also from negative ideas from people around us. There's a kind of pollution also in the fog here. As we know, if there is a fog, the air cannot get clear. So this pollution in the air, it will disappear here. Maybe this is from the people around you. And if you renew your energy, you take distance from the people, you will see that you will be able to renew yourself here, and that you will get a clear picture, and that you will see that your path alone is clear and is becoming clear for you. Anyway, Libra, for the fire group, this is all. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this short philosophical card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this card reading don't fit you at all, please check the other 3 that are connected here. I'm sure one of the 4 will fit you. If you are more in earthly card readings for work, for money, you can also find these on my channel. And of course, the classic Lenormand card readings. Anyway, Libra, I want to thank you for your time. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. And again, thank you for your time you spent on my channel. Bye-bye, Libra, for now.